Okay, today I'm going to use this new Lyman trigger pull gauge, and that's going to be pick this up off of I think Amazon for like 50 bucks. So it's going to give me the ability to do a trigger pull because I'm trying to check the trigger weight, the current trigger weight of my M&P 1522. I think I could just lighten that up and maybe smooth it out a little bit. So the way I'm going to do that, of course, is I'm going to remove the trigger operating system, and I'm going to replace it with these JP Enterprises JPS 3.5 spring kit. In addition to cleaning up the contact points of the trigger group. So I'm going to remove the hammer and the trigger, and I'm probably most likely, because I'm going to bob the hammer too, because right now the claw is already biting down. I don't know if you can see that there. It's good biting down pretty good into my disconnector, and leaving a nice little indentation, which could eventually cause that to break. Who knows? So I'm going to bob this off, because with the lighter trigger and hammer springs, I don't need the extra weight. So I'm just going to bob that off, and that'll be fine for this little 22. Should give me a decent. Right now, I think it's about 6 pound 3 ounces, and I will see if I can get it down to like 5. I'll be happy with 5. I have a vice block for the mag well. The only problem is with the 1522, it's not the same, of course. So I'm going to have to use one of my 1522 magazines. Of course, it's not empty or not loaded, and I'm just going to go ahead and put some felt around that and get it in my vise here. That way, at least I can have some sort of a solid thing to work with. I hope I don't. Yeah, I just want to get it nice and snug so I can pull on the trigger. That's my main objective, so I can do that. All right, so I got that, and I've got of course, the hammer safety. When you're doing dry firing, you don't want to hurt your receiver, so by the hammer slapping into it. So I've got this for a normal AR-15 setup with a normal AR-15 lower. However, again with 1522, this doesn't work. So what I'm going to do is, I've got a little foamy ear protection, and that will just go in front of the hammer. I'll just pack it down in there really good, and so what will happen is the hammer will now slam against this here, and not cause any damage to the receiver. Alright, so we got it cocked right now. It's on fire, so we can go ahead and we'll run. This thing does have the ability to do averages. I'm going to try that. I'm going to do 10 pulls and then do the averages, so we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, but when I'm done with the bobbing of the hammer, also I'm going to go ahead and cold blue that, get that all set. So this video will be a couple parts. This just the initial test of the current trigger group setup and the trigger weight, so we'll know what it is, and then we'll do the work where, again, we'll bob the hammer, clean up the contact points of the disconnector and the hammer trigger, and then place the current springs with the new JP Enterprise springs, and see if we can get our trigger pull down a bit. Okay, so right now we're just going to go ahead and get everything, and we're going to go ahead and do the first pull here. And we had, just like I thought, 6 pounds 3 ounces. Alright, so we'll go ready. Should always remember to cock the hammer. Alright, so I've cleared this, it's ready. 6 pounds 7 ounces. Alright, clear that. Six pounds 9 ounces. 6 pounds 9 ounces again. £6 12 ounces. £6 10 ounces. £6 10.5 ounces. £6 15 ounces. This thing's getting up there. It's like it's getting worse instead of better. £6 14.5 ounces. £7 1 ounce. Make sure this is good and tight here. And that's all good. We're going to clear that. And let's see. Didn't check our average, so we're going to start over because I didn't check my average. That's fine. £6 8.5 ounces. £6 15 ounces. £6 14 ounces. £6 9.5 ounces. £7 7 ounces. £6 8 ounces. Let's turn this over. £6 9.5 ounces. £7. £6 8.5 ounces. £6 11 ounces. £6 6.5 ounces. £6 7.5. Now I'm going to do the average. 5.6. It just doesn't seem right. Everything else has been at least. Alright, so we're going to clear that again. Clear that. Alright. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, now let's do an average. 6.9. So I'm going to go with 6.9 is my average. Alright, so there, that I think we can improve upon with the spring kit, and just clean up the contacts a little bit better. I think we can do a better job than 6.9. I think we can probably get it down to 5. So that'll give me about 2 pounds lighter and a lot smoother. Okay. The rest of the videos will follow. Thank you. Alright, just a quick update on where we are. Got the trigger group out, and you see here the trigger has the new JP Enterprises 3.5 trigger spring. It's a yellow trigger spring, and also has the disconnector spring, which is a little more stout. These are obviously weaker, and this is a lot more stout. But I did a little polishing, so I don't know if you can really make out how it does have a few of the striations still in it, but it's a lot smoother. It's almost like glass. And so that was just done using a using the Dremel and this polishing compound that came in my little Dremel polishing kit. So it worked out really well. On the hammer, like I said, I did bob the hammer, so the as you can see here, the little claw has been removed from the back of the hammer. So I just used a little my Dremel and used a little cutting wheel and took that off. And so now you have basically just a bobbed hammer, and it should work out just fine. Polished the front up a little bit, didn't really need to, but I'll tell you what, this stuff here, I was amazed at this Perma Blue. I really thought there was kind of something wrong with it because I'd never used it before, but it's clear, like almost like water clear. But as you put it on, it really does a good job bluing the raw steel or the bare steel. And of course here it is with the JP Enterprises hammer spring, which is a little bit lighter. And so I'm getting ready to put on the hammer. Of course, I did get in here and polish that up really well, just with the polishing compound. So I got that this portion right. Let's see if I can do this here and hold it at the same time. And this part right here, where I got this polished up here really nice. Let's see if I can get some light on it. Yeah, so right here, this is really gotten this really nice and cleaned up and really smooth, and of course its mating surface of the trigger. So these two, of course the bob, the claw is missing off the hammer now, so we'll see how that works out. But we'll get it all put back in there, and we'll do some more trigger weight pull and see if we got this thing down a pound or two, maybe, who knows. Alright. Okay, here we are back after got the trigger group back installed with the new JPS trigger spring kit, and we're going to go ahead and get I used the ear foam again for the hammer. You can see here the hammer has been bobbed, and we're going to go ahead and give it a try. We're going to go for another 10 to see. We had I think it was 6 pound 5 ounces or so, up to as much as 7 pounds before. So we're going to do another average now with the new trigger spring. 5 pound 3.5. 5 pound 5. 5 pound 2. 5 pound 10.5. 5 pound 4.15. 5.14. 5.9. 6.1. 5.12. 5.11. 5.4. 5.25. 5.13. 5.6. 4.14. 5.8. 5.14. 5.12. Alright, so the average is 5.8. So we went from 6 pound 5 ounces up to as much as 7 pounds. And now I'm at 5, on an average of about 10 or so pulls, I'm about 5 pound 8 ounces. So I basically, I think I shaved off a pound maybe. And that was with the springs really about an $8 set of springs, and a little buffing with my Dremel just to clean up the points and everything really good. So I saved about £1. I probably would do it again. I don't know if this will just get better, but I can imagine it's already smoother feeling, so I probably would have done it anyway, just cleaning it up. But I guess the lighter trigger springs for less than $8, it was probably worth it. Easy enough to do, and of course now I've got a trigger weight gauge to check any of the other guns and see if I can do something with them as well, just by cleaning them up. But that's the verdict. 6 pounds 5 ounces on average, 5 pounds 8 ounces on average now. All right. Hope this helped anyone who may be thinking about doing it or using the JPS Enterprise. Got them from Brown Owls. So, all right. Thanks.